Hi everyone, this is Jira from Plant Corner, and we just got a big restock yesterday. So today I wanted to take this opportunity to take you all on a store tour to see how our store is set up, what our residents look like, and what we currently have in stock. I am so excited to show you the store, so let's go.
The first thing you'll see here is our floor-through-ceiling window that gets direct sunlight in the morning, and for the rest of the day it will get bright indirect light. And when you look up the right shelf, you will see Bob, our philodendron bilitiae. He is so big right now, and I can't believe I had him since he got 3 leaves. And on this shelf, we use two 4-feet Barina chop light that is super bright to provide the light for any plants that is under this shelf, like this Piper crocatum. Another plant that became the store plant because no one was buying him is this Monstera deliciosa. He has grown so big since I first got him, and after a year of nobody buying the plant, I got so attached and I decided to keep him. And up on the shelf here, we have a trio of Gloriosum, McDowell, and Philodendron majestic. They're just growing along, being beautiful. And as we move down here, you can see the centerpiece of the store, which is Philodendron Pluto. I've had him since he was a baby, and this is a non-variegated version of the very sought after Philodendron Caramel Marble. He has grown so much and is now about to bloom. Next, we are moving on to my bookshelf behind the counter. I have a lot of plants that are not expensive, but they're interesting looking, and I like them very much, like this Euphorbia Melody that every day we get someone asking how much are they, if it's for sale, and I really love the back side of the leaves that is super duper red. I also have this variegated elephant bush that I grew from cuttings. They're really cute. We have Hoya crassipetiolata splash that I grow in Leica, and it's loving its life. It's really easy to care for. And then we have this Siningia leucotrisha with its fuzzy leaves, super cute. And we have Tradescantia purple tinge. Again, they're not expensive plants at all, but I like them because they're so unique and easy to care for. Moving on, I'd like to welcome you to the mess that is my plant wall. It has a lot going on, like this majestic that I also have grown since it was a baby. And then I have this philodendron splendid that I inherited from a friend. And then there's Hoya vietii, variegata, and this Hoya pupicalix splash that is just climbing all over the place, but it's so splashy. I love him so much. Down here we have Hoya lacunosa royal flush that hasn't stopped blooming since December, and it smells so good. Over here we have Syngonium albo variegata that I have cut and propagated so many times already, but still growing non-stop. And up here we have Philodendron red moon. Look at that leaf. It's so unreal. It has been here at the store since the store was open. And here is Discidia million hearts and Scindapsus jade satin. Basically, this wall is just plants that I have had for a long time, and since my apartment couldn't host them anymore, my husband said, hey, since you're opening a plant store, why don't we just move all your plants there? So here they are. And up here you will find our Carnivorous plant shelf that we grow under Soltec Vita light. Actually, everywhere in the store that is more than 10 feet away from the window, we will add some forms of grow lights, whether it's from Soltec or Barina. Because the further away from the window, the less light you're actually gonna get from the sun. And I would like to introduce you to my Nepenthes scent Gaia. I am looking for someone to help me name him. I have had him since he was a baby as well. Turning around, you will see some plants that I'm growing in low light to see if they can grow from some ambient light from the grow lights on the shelf. Next, we have our little community cutting wall where you can bring a cutting and take a cutting. And then we have a small area that we host our mother plants. So some of these plants, once they're mature, they will be propagated and cut and then sell in the store. These Hoya flowers smells honestly just like honey. And this is Hoya carnosa Wilbur Graves. Hoya Huschkeliana variegata. This Monstera albo, I'm waiting for it to grow and fill up the moss pole, and then I'm going to cut it. Here is Epipremnum amplissimum variegata. And here is my big Anthurium crystallinum. It's almost as big as my torso. And then I have this little Hupersia that's a little sad right now because the air is so dry in the winter. Moving back to our front shelf, we have a few plants worth mentioning. The first one is Nessie, our staghorn fern right there. And she actually belongs to my staff Amber, but it's getting too big for her home, so we moved her to the store so Amber can still see her every day. And here is my pink princess that is in dire need of repotting and a moss pole. Also, here is Anthurium Gigi. I have had her for 2 years and she grew one leaf for me. Out here we can see an overgrown Jobii. Not sure where she's going, but she looks cool, so I'm gonna leave her there. And another Hupersia that I'm not really sure about the exact name. Down here you can see my Codex plants that are dormant right now, but here is when it was fully grown. This is Phalanthus mirabilis, a Stephania nova, and lastly a Stephania suberosa. Moving along, another plant that no one was buying, so I kept her because I feel attached. This is the Alocasia regal shield, and the other one is this beautiful Raphis palm. This guy will go out on the patio once the weather is nice. Now for the plants that we have in stock, we organize them based on how much light they need. And if there's not enough light on the shelf, we do add Barina grow light. Some shelf we add 1 up to 3 grow lights in order to provide sufficient light for the plants that needs it. Let's start from the front window. This is where we keep all our highlight plants like jade plant, cactus, ficus, string of pearls, burrow's tails. All types of succulent will be out here, and on the opposite side, about 3 to 6 feet away, is our syngonium corner. Our first table still have some succulents because this area still get a lot of light in the morning. This table is where we keep our easy to care plants, and they are mostly inexpensive, so they are really good for people who are just getting started. On the next shelf, we have a pet-friendly section where we keep all the pet-friendly plants like Calathea, Peperomia, Fittonia, ferns, orchids, Hoya, lipstick plants, and many more. So these plants are pet-friendly because even though your pet accidentally consume them, they will still be okay. However, I also know a lot of plant parents and pet parents whose pets don't really mess with their plants, so they don't need to get all pet-friendly plants. And on the front shelf here, we have some plants that we find them to be quite forgiving, so we label them as easy to care and we pot them up so people can just buy them as gifts. Moving on to the middle table, we have tropical plants that doesn't need direct sunlight, such as this Calathea makoyana, Pothos Cebu Blue, Monstera adansonii, Neon Pothos, and Skin Dapsa silver satin. Next to that table, we have low light tolerant plants, and my top three picks for low light plants would be ZZ, Snake, and Chinese Evergreen. As you can see, this area barely get any natural light at all, and these plants are still doing just fine. On the other side of the store, we have these colorful pots from Mama Pots. These are all handmade in the US. And then we have plant plushie from Blushier. They are so adorable. The best thing about them is they will never die in your care. Here, moving on, we have more plants on the hanging railing, and we have some candles here. They're made in New York. It smells so good. And here we have some soap and more candles and skincare items also made in either in New York or made in the US. We do try to support other small businesses that are also women and minority owned when we can. Moving on, we have our alocasia section that just got restocked. They are beautiful, and since it's almost springtime, you don't have to worry that they are going to go dormant. Next is our baby corner where we sell cuttings or baby plants. This is one of our customers' favorite section because you can get a smaller plant at a smaller price. Another area in our store is our collector's plants. It occupied a whole wall actually. This is where we source plants that are uncommon. Some of them we import them from Thailand, which is where I originally came from. Some of them we propagate from our own collection, and some of them we source them from specialized growers. So these plants are not mass produced yet, and they're still really hard to find. A lot of these plants used to be very expensive, like this philodendron white princess used to be in the hundreds, and now we are selling them for $40 to $45. We have Skin Dapsa Soul Silver, and then below this shelf we have our Hoya corner. And some of these used to be very expensive as well. I remember like a pair of leaf would cost you $40 to $50. Lastly, we have our Anthurium corner, and my current favorite is of course Anthurium Dock Block Michelle. The vase is so beautiful on this one. Towards the back of the store, we have more pots, gifts, cards, supplies. So there's just a lot to see in the store. And if you know anyone who's a plant lover, plant mom, plant dad, plant parent, I am sure you'll find something that they'll like.
So I guess that's it for today. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you have time and opportunity, please do come visit the store in person because there's so many things that I haven't had a chance to show you. I would like to thank you again so much for 600 subscribers and a lot of views on the watering video, and I really appreciate all your support and kind comments and kind feedback, and I will continue to do a better job at editing and filming. So if you have anything that you want to see, anything that you'd like to request, please feel free to leave them down below. If you have any question regarding any plants that were shown today, also I would be so happy to answer all of them if I can. All right, thank you so much again for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.